Okay, ping pong, baseball, football, basketball.
Tennis, swimming, lacrosse, whatever you need me to play, I'm going to go do it. If it's some money on the line, I'm going to go do it.
What have you been up to this summer? Anything fun and unusual? Because I know you've been working on your game.
I learned I got a new hobby, bowling. I'm really good at bowling now.
Oh.
Yeah, very.
Like strikes?
Yeah.
Bumpers or no?
Man, come on, man.
Edwards, hold on! Oh my goodness. Anthony Edwards is starting to grow up. Look at this. No one comes up to guard him. The Ant-Man, 16-2, Minnesota run.
Anthony Edwards is currently one of the best young players in the game right now, having a breakout play-in tournament in the 2022 playoffs and showing the world that at the age of 20, he can hang with almost anyone in the NBA. A gifted and motivated athlete, his flashy playstyle speaks for itself. He has the confidence of someone who's spent twice as long in the league as he has, and he just keeps getting better. When you combine this with him being well-spoken and having a great sense of humor, which you can see in any interview he does, it's not hard to see how Anthony Edwards is possibly on his way to becoming the future face of the league, and he's doing it fast. Anthony Devontae Edwards was born in Atlanta, Georgia on August 5th, 2001. A top-level athlete from the start, he was one of the best running backs in the country for his age at 11 years old. Being from the South, Edwards initially wanted to make it in football, and he knew he could, but as he played more basketball with his brother and cousins, he simply started to find basketball more fun. The turning point for Ant was when he saw his older brother catch an alley-oop and dunk the ball on the varsity squad of his high school, which made everyone go crazy. According to Edwards, his brother was loved by everyone at his high school simply for being good at basketball. From that point, he fully devoted himself to basketball. Around this time, however, tragedy struck, as both his mother and grandmother both passed away in an 8-month span due to battles with cancer. This obviously devastated a young Anthony Edwards, as he was left without two of the closest family members he had, as well as any sort of family structure, being forced to live part-time with his brother and part-time with his sister as he went to school. This led him to grow up very quickly, saying himself that he was thinking about providing for his family at a very young age because of all the tragedy. As Edwards went through high school, he began to channel the pain into motivation to get better at basketball, his only escape from the pain that surrounded him at the time. Going from a new player to organized basketball in the 9th grade to a 5-star prospect and predicted first pick in the NBA, drawing James Harden comparisons by the time he was about to go to college, all while wearing the number 5 as a tribute to his mother and grandmother, a number representing the day of the month in which both passed. After overcoming struggles no one should ever have to go through at an age that he did, Ant didn't let life get in the way of his dream of being a pro athlete for 1 second, all while maintaining that funny personality that the fans have come to know and love. It may be unrealistic for most people to channel pain into a pro sports dream, but Anthony Edwards knew from day one he had the size, athleticism, smarts, and heart to make it in any sport, especially if we take his word in interviews. On top of him showing he can persevere through anything and his already borderline top-level basketball skills at the age of 20, the man really has a knack for entertaining people. There are about 100 interviews out there where Edwards is making funny comebacks or jokes, and he's already gained a lot of fans from various clips of those funny moments circulating on social media. It seems Ant noticed that, and decided to take the next step to stardom, already being cast in the Adam Sandler basketball movie Hustle, which was pretty well received, where he plays the villain. It's tough to know if he'll keep going up in the show business world for now, considering his dedication to basketball. But one thing's for sure, he's got the personality and the fans to back it up if he ever were to take a more serious role in acting or something. Regardless of the acting though, the fact that the fans love him so much as he's still so young means that once his level of play reaches the top of the league, Adam Silver and the boys will be seeing dollar signs in their eyes with the opportunity to promote a player as flashy and marketable as Ant, as one of the faces, if not the face of the NBA. And this is something he truly deserves with everything that he's gone through and the determination he's shown.
Anthony Edwards came into the league at 19 in the stacked 2020 draft, with the top 3 consensus being himself, LaMelo Ball, and James Wiseman. As everyone knows, Anthony Edwards went first overall, with LaMelo ending up in Charlotte, and James Wiseman, well, he just ended up in the hospital. Ant came into the league already with a ton of fans, loving his hilarious interviews on draft night and in summer league. It was clear that he had the same confidence off the court that he was bringing onto the court. which translated to a great first game where he scored 15 points, grabbed 4 boards, along with 4 assists. He struggled the following month, only averaging 13 points per game, but after that he proceeded to continuously improve on his stats across the board throughout the season, putting on highlight level plays every couple of weeks, and gaining a lot of attention and hype throughout the season while doing so. He had multiple 20-point games and even a 34-point game in a win against the Trailblazers, and then going on to score 42 points in a win against the eventual NBA Finals Suns 2 games later, on shooting numbers of 48% from the field and 31 from 3. Even going on to make the go-ahead free throw late in the fourth that would eventually win them the game, showing his future potential to make shots in the clutch. Going into the end of the season, Ant's only competition for the Rookie of the Year award was LaMelo, who had recently just injured his wrist, so it seems that Edwards had the award practically on his mantle. But suddenly LaMelo made a speedy recovery and managed to return for the end of the season. But despite Ant staying healthy all season, while finishing averaging 19.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.9 assists, it wasn't enough to win voters over, and they ended up giving the trophy to Melo, which was a major blunder on the part of the voters, as it was clear to everyone that Anthony Edwards had the best rookie season that year. Going into the next year, he kept that chip on his shoulder and came out hot in the first game, dropping 29 points in a win over the Rockets. He kept progressing this season, while also stacking bodies with every dunk he threw down. The T-Wolves managed to sneak into the playoffs, playing the Grizzlies, which turned out to be a pretty exciting playoff series, even though Cat fell apart and was playing with the basketball IQ of a kids' rec league team, which only left Anthony Edwards and his trusty sidekick Pat Beverly to carry the dead weight to the finish line. Ant-Man dropped 2 30-point games, and despite an amazing playoff performance, it wasn't enough for the Wolves, and they ended up losing to the Grizzlies in 6. But the T-Wolves knew they needed to make a move to help keep Anthony Edwards, as all stars in this league are destined to leave the small market eventually, unless your last name's Antetokounmpo. The front office knew they needed to make a move to grab a player who could help out Cat on the defensive end. But most importantly, this player had to be someone that Ant respected on the defensive end. So of course they gave away Anthony Edwards' sidekick and $1 million draft picks to secure big man Rudy Gobert.
On the layups, the last couple of games have been a little rough there. I mean, was Gobert a factor there? Or?
I think he was in people's heads. Like, just he wasn't even blocking shots for a long day. To me, the best rim protector in the league is Porzingis. Like, anytime I go against Porzingis, I don't get no layups. I don't get why we couldn't finish on Rudy Gobert, but don't put no fear in my heart. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm sure this will be fine. Well, assuming Rudy doesn't have another oopsie and start another super spreader event to shut down the league, Anthony Edwards should stay on a trajectory to be a very exceptional player in this league one day. This ceiling of talent being very hard to predict. But here at the Ball Baggers, we're in the business of making those predictions easier for you. So if you want to stay up to date with the basketball news, hit the like and subscribe button. Going back to Anthony Edwards though, you can already see flashes of greatness in his game, with him dropping a career-high 49 points this season, also passing the milestone of 2,000 points within his first 100 games, joining players such as KD, LeBron, Kyrie, and Carmelo if that tells you anything about where this kid's headed. Everyone sees his amazing high-flying dunks, but not everyone gives him enough credit for being the shooter that he is, as he holds the record for being the youngest player to hit 10 threes in a game. He's also developing amazingly on defense, and with his athleticism, he's only due to get better. So it'll be interesting to see if he stays and tries to build in a small market of Minnesota, or if he'll do like many stars in this league and get tempted by the pull of LA and head to the Lakers. Everything for Anthony Edwards is looking in the right direction, as he's got the personality and the talent to be the face of the league one day. As long as he manages to stay healthy, I don't think that's out of reach. With the Rolodex of highlight plays that Anthony Edwards already has at such a young age, he's primed to have a very interesting and fun career. So if you want to stay up to date with Ant and all the other young talent in the league, hit the subscribe button and stop by the channel. Make yourself at home with the more hot takes from the baggers, and if you made it this long in the video, feel free to hit that like button.